actually been in a rain cloud before. But that's what I'm in, I think. So that's an experience in itself. I tried my best to climb up in there, but like Carl Pilkington, I could not. It doesn't look all that high, that little wall. Maybe 4 feet. But it's too high for me to climb over. There's no kind of supports of any kind. You could build something out of the rocks there. I could have done that and tried, but never mind. I can go. You can look in quite easily. I'll have another guy go once this rain is dispersed. Hopefully. Okay, just for the benefit of any Carl Pilkington Idiot Abroad followers, there's a moment near the end of the Jordanian Petra trip where he looks at what is not the Treasury building but this building, which is somewhat bigger and slightly less elaborate in terms of the carvings, but still extraordinary, detailed and impressive work. And he stands in that cave, I think, to prove his point that you're better off living in a cave looking at a construction like that than living in a construction like that looking at a cave. So let me go up into the Pilko cave, or what I think is the Pilko cave. And here's the Pilko cave, I think. Stinks a little of something. Oh, down by the look of it. Anyway, yep, pretty sure this is the one. Not where any of the cave it. So that's a little notch for me as a fan. 1 or 2 other people maybe. Anyway, it is bona fide cold up here again, especially with that rain. Stupidly, I didn't put my hat on until it was too late, because I thought it wouldn't last long, and it was quite severe. And as you saw, we were actually in a rain cloud, effectively. I've never seen that before. And up here somewhere, I'm told, is the, well, basically a very good view. If I can't get through another way, I'll retrace my steps, and when I do, I go and get some more photographs in that place. So, to try and prove Pilko's point, that's me doing the Pilko shot, I think, of the monastery, as it's known. Okay, looks like my camera's almost dried out, the lens. This is a little pathway. There's that monastery building, as they call it. Not sure if it's actually a monastery, but it's referred to as the monastery. This is a little pathway up to there, which is called simply the view, or the sacrifice view, translated into English. And you can see just from here, it's very impressive. So up there should be even more so. Not sure if the clouds will add or subtract to the effect. But again, you can just see the cloud. I'm actually in a cloud. That is quite something. Okay, well, this is pretty much it. It's an excellent view of out over the canyon there. The clouds going over the mountain top. Again, mind you, so much of westerns, you know, American West, Grand Canyon or something from film and television. And beyond there, if you look, hope you can see, just beyond that mountain, there's a desert. Aqaba Desert, is it? Leading to the port of Aqaba. You know, my nose is running. Well, that's bald hair, isn't it? Me saying that. Okay, there's one Bedouin left right up there. Let's go and see him. Okay, I still wasn't quite done. This is my friend's last Bedouin in the world. I kind of have some tea over the campfire, which reminds me very much of being at Auntie Pat and Uncle David's over their coal fire. It just takes me immediately.
Juniper tree.
All right, juniper tree. Is that right? So this is at the actual top. Which way is Aqaba? That way?
That way.
Okay, completely opposite direction. Beyond the mountains. But it's definitely a desert beyond there. Okay, just had several cups of tea, bought a couple of trinkets, overpriced of course, but negotiated pretty reasonable. And I think that's basically it as far as I am with Petra and exploring the limits of it. There's a few more buildings I'm going to go out of my way to see, because it's I think 2:30, so I've got 2.5 hours before the van picks me up. I can walk to the hotel quite easily. And the Bedouin, I just met another Bedouin named Omar. Plenty, it can easily get me into the park if I need it later. But the sun will go down about 6, and I don't really want to be doing what I did again last night. You know, once was good for evening, but I've got to be packing and resting and so on. I'm planning tomorrow's trip, I think. So, but it's kind of a tension thing because there really is. I realised as soon as I got here, there's not much to do. When you're not doing stuff, if you know what I mean. You can be out there visiting and seeing stuff, but the town itself is nothing remotely interesting about it. So if I get back at 5 o'clock or whatever, okay, there's dinner at 7, I'll have to pay for that. And that's it, yeah. Okay, so I'm back at that little outpost where I got poured on earlier. And I don't know if there's particularly something about this spot, but it's pouring down again. And you can see we're actually in a cloud. Only time, apart from earlier, I've ever been in a cloud is in a plane. We are actually in a cloud. So I'm stuck here for the duration. I'm not going out in this, even my hat and gloves. It's good to know it does rain in Jordan occasionally. I think you may have missed that. We've even got a leak here, I said. This is one of the Bedouin guys, or these shop retailers. Well, chill out point, I suppose, relaxation pad. That, if you can see it, is the route back I came up, which would be a lot easier, would be without all this rain. At least a lot less energy, but also it'd be a lot wetter in this rain. So I'm kind of stuck. Doesn't matter, I've got plenty of time, I think. Unfortunately, I don't think. There's some sort of construction work going on down there. You can hear that noise. Got the donkeys here. Another amazing view, and the clouds. Okay. Met a very nice middle-aged, maybe middle-aged to elderly couple stuck in that place that I was talking about just a moment ago. I think that's the top of the Treasury building, isn't it? I think so. Didn't realise. On the way up. No idea. What is that? There's a building up there under the clouds. Can't make that out. Either my eyes or with the hotel or something? Lots of clouds up there. I'll have to have a look at that later on and see. Maybe I've discovered the true hiding place of the Holy Grail. Okay, I'm on the way. I think the last couple of things I haven't seen. I didn't have time to go into the museum, which is a small one. I was told before it was very small, smaller than the one I saw in the Citadel in Amman. Okay, I believe this is it, a Byzantine church. Once I'm done there, gonna go up there to see those few things, and then retrace my steps out past the Treasury building, because it is about 4:15 now. Supposed to be picked up about 5 by the van, but it's only a short walk, shortish anyway, if I miss it. Problem is, what do I do for the rest of the evening? It'll be only 5 o'clock and there'll be no opportunity to really do anything. Apart from, I suppose, plan tomorrow's trip out. It's been quite a couple of days, mine, and since, I think theoretically, well, the Bedouins have been telling me what I suspected from day one, that they can't really enforce restrictions on the site, entry and all that. But then again, you saw last night, I need, this, obviously there's no lighting, artificial lighting in this area of any kind, apart from briefly at the Treasury building, that special occasion. So there's no way I'm going to try chanting my way in here at night, even after last night's experience, when I know a little bit about where stuff is. So, I know, just research my next leg of my trip, some accommodation, speak to some people back home if the netbook is working. That's basically it, I think. Just wish the town closer to it, around it, modern Petra, wherever, was a bit more of a happening place. There doesn't really seem to be much to do, and what there is isn't very, I wouldn't describe it as cheap, Same experience as Morocco. The prices seem to be, well, not on occasion, well, often more often not, a little bit cheaper, but not massively. Not like when I was in Pakistan and I ordered room service fish and chips for less than £2, including a Pepsi. It's often a little bit cheaper, and some of the specialist items are just significantly overpriced. Temple of the Winged Lions, 25 to 75 AD. This is probably the least impressive of the things I've seen. Certainly the extent of the ruins, as you can see. Yeah, I think the sun is basically now falling below the horizon around here. So a little under 2 hours before sunset, and maybe 3 before it gets, genuinely dark. So I think I've just about timed it right, really. Again, there's still a possibility something might happen tonight that I can come back in. But generally, I think no. I've got stuff to do. I fancy having a rest. Tomorrow I've got to go to Aqaba quite early. And I think the coach is like 9:30, so I'm not really messing around too much. Might zip out to have a breakfast locally, because the breakfast here is pretty crap at the hotel. $2.50 and it doesn't fill you at all. I got a pack of Pringles earlier that did better than that, and was cheaper than that. I'm really happy. It's kind of been scrubbed off my list, so to speak, and I'm really going to look back on it pleasantly. And of course there's always the chance I might come back alone or with somebody else. But I won't be coming back in January. Okay, it is cold. I should have waited another month, maybe 2, around about the time of my birthday. Late February, I would say, would just be just about perfect for me. Not cold, but not hot. Because when I'm strolling around like this, I don't want to get hot, but at the same time, when I'm still, I don't want to be cold. It's a delicate balancing act for Jason. Okay, look, I'm going to walk back on this route, see if there's anything. Oh yeah, those temple things on there. Roman pillars, whatever. I know a little bit about it, but I can't recount specific details. It's not really necessary. I can Google it all. Being here is good though, very good. Okay, just experienced some hailstones there, which is interesting. Well, I suppose. Very brief though, very brief. Anyway, I've got to now retrace my steps, so I'm going to hustle, okay? Okay, one last piece. This is a reconstructed temple. Can't give you too much detail, but this is absolutely the last piece I'm going to do that's new, that I haven't seen before I rush out. There's literally 1 or 2 things I haven't taken a good look at, but I think this is the last thing, and I think I've timed it just about perfectly, if I say so myself. They basically reconstructed it. This is all reconstructed very recently, but this is what they actually found to reconstruct from. In this unexcavated section you can see evidence of the foreign earthquakes that destroyed the church. Below is part of the original stone paving as it was found. Other sections of the original paving can be seen near the door. The rest is modern restoration. So this is the Byzantine church, I believe. Okay, leaving Petra now. So you can see it's seriously getting dark. It's 10 to 5. I'm not sure I'm going to make that pickup, but as I said, it's not a big deal. The entrance to the park is in the middle of town, and there's a short but tough walk to the hotel. But I'm in no great rush to get back there, to be honest. There's nothing to do. And I've had a tiring, a very full couple of days or more. And before I go tomorrow, I'll have a nice chill out tonight. Probably watch something on my laptop or netbook. Get tidy, pack, and then tomorrow bus to Aqaba, and then depending on what I think of it, well, regardless, I'll cross the border into Israel and hopefully straight up to Jerusalem. Good night. It's been great though. You can even hear my echo, can't you? Hello! Okay, Treasury building just round the corner here. You can see it's very empty. This is where all those lights were last night I filmed. Which I missed, but I also missed paying £12 extra for it. And in turn, I managed to view it from up there with my friends, momentary friends. Pretty good visit, pretty good exchange. One last good look at this building. This probably will be goodbye. At least, almost certainly on this trip. But yeah, I think I'd like to come back. Just need to make it better. But who knows? Doesn't really matter. Been here. Now this is kind of the experience I was hoping for. Just with more light. There's nobody around me. There's a couple of people up ahead. A couple of people behind, way behind. Basically it feels like I'm here all alone. Absolutely nothing to be afraid of because there's nobody here but me. Unless you count slipping and breaking your neck, or leg rather, because it is wet. I should be okay. Hello, Petra. Jason Stone speaking from Penarth via London. Good night to you all. Okay, I'm going to try and conserve my remaining time on the camcorders. I don't want to have to reduce the quality yet again. I'm back in Petra, second day, last day I think, even though I didn't stamp my ticket, but tonight is my final night booked at the hotel, and I think I do want to move on to Aqaba, which is the seaside port town, see the Red Sea, plus also it's my closest entry point to Israel, and I have to enter Israel. If I do that tomorrow, get that done, I should have at least 2 full days, that's 2 whole days, not counting the morning of travelling, because my flight isn't until 8 p.m. actually, local time. Which should get me back about 8 local time, British time. So this is the other part of Petra, the other trails I didn't take yesterday. This leads to a mosque, and there's apparently about 800 or 900 steps. So I'm not going to film all that route, or even part of it. I'll stop at maybe selected sites en route, and of course at the summit. And I'll walk back, I think, see a few remaining things on the way out, and that will be that. See you there. Okay, got quite a bit left to climb, I think. This is a Bedouin shop. It will be a hell of a lot easier coming down than it was coming up. Over in the corner you can see one of the royal tombs, which I went to yesterday. What is modern technology? I mean, look at the zoom on that. Better than any Bedouin could manage, I can tell you that. Too much, Jason. Oh yes, I forgot to mention it started rained for the first time in Jordan. It's started to rain again now, very lightly. I don't envision any kind of downpour. But apparently, 70% of its rainfall is in this period of the year, and I haven't seen any rain, so that's interesting. We were warned against doing our own laundry in the Petra hotel I'm staying in, and to turn it over to them for a not particularly unreasonable fee, I suppose, which I haven't bothered doing. I don't need to. I don't think so anyway. Anyway, you see a bit of spots of rain there. Something I missed earlier. A whole bunch of donkeys from one of my friends, another Mohammed, who I've spoken to quite extensively over the last day and a bit. He rode right past me on the way down, taking his donkeys down. They all went right by me, literally about this length out. About where, the rain spots are. Extraordinary. And I missed it. Okay, it's raining quite heavily now. You can see the spots in the sand. It shouldn't carry on too long, but that's worth filming just for its rareness, at least on my visit so far. A black grey cloud and no sun. Came out today, there's no sun. Because I actually got mild sunburn yesterday on my face. Very mild, but I mean, I also managed to get chilblains on my lips. I mean, sores. I mean, really the worst I've had ever, I think. And I'll go. I haven't got any Lipsil with me. A Polish lady this morning let me use some of hers. But it's raining quite bad. Didn't hold on for long. It's a Bedouin selling drinks at the top of the trail, near the top. £3 for a glass of orange, freshly squeezed orange, and £2 for a can of Coke or whatever. Get a pack of 4 in the pound shop back home. So I'm not paying that. I've got a load of water with me. That's all I need. Yeah, let's carry on. Typical Bedouin trinket seller. The whole path throughout Petra is festooned with these places, and it's all the basic same stuff. Right now I just need somewhere to like this really. Now taking shelter. As long as they don't object. Nobody yet to see me. So we'll wait here for a while. This poor American or Canadian couple just passed me at that spot there. They're having trouble getting down. She was like, it was a bit Basil and Sybil faulty, or Alf Garnett and his missus almost. But it is getting slippery now with the rain, so I have to be careful when I come down. At least on the smoother parts. I might stay up there until it's just stopped and dried. Anyway, really raining quite heavily now, so I've got to better finish the last few steps. Yeah. I really don't feel as tired as I probably sound. With a Bedouin tent or construction. Some more trinkets. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, I'm going to stop for a moment just in case I slip. Don't want to smash this camcorder. Okay, this is what I came for. Basically, very similar to the Treasury building, which opened the travelogue, but bigger. It's more like something out of Planet of the Apes, isn't it? Go for a journey and you figure out inside. In fact, I think I'll go in there for some shelter. You can see the clouds of rain going through the mountains. I've never seen that before. I've never been that high up to see it. That's actually that's honest to goodness rain I'm kind of standing in. Can you see it? It'd be hard to get up there. I don't think I can do it. Even me, at my pace. We'll give it a try.